Hello, wonderful people, and welcome back. It has been a minute since I've posted a video. Today I have for you a beginner's yoga class. And today's class is going to be focused on helping you achieve a better forward fold. So it's all going to revolve around engaging the right muscles and stretching the right muscles in order for us to be able to do a better forward fold in Uttanasana. Specifically, I want to focus on the poses of Padangusthasana and Padahastasana. So it's beginner to middle level. The reason I want to focus on these particular poses is that I have a confession to make. I have really fallen deep for Ashtanga. Many of you knew that this was my main yoga practice for my personal practice. And now it has become my main teaching practice. It's what I teach at the studio I work in. So I would like to give you guys a different perspective of Ashtanga because I know that for some people, it's sort of a love-hate relationship with Ashtanga. And I feel you because at one point in my journey, I was there too. And it has to do a lot with ego. In my case, it was ego. I wanted to do what these amazing yogis were doing, and yet my practice was not at that moment. So I had to be patient and just keep showing up on the mat, even if it meant that my practice that day didn't look like what I wanted it to look like. So maybe for you it's different. Maybe for you it's not an element of ego, but Ashtanga has the ability to bring up these shadow aspects of ourselves. And it's one of the many reasons why I fell in love with the practice. And also another reason is the fact that you can really see your progress. You can really, since you're doing the same sequence every day, you can really see just how far along you've come. And you can really see those effects not only in your physical body, but in your day-to-day life. You can see that discipline translating into your day-to-day life. And I don't want you to confuse discipline with being strict, because that is not my teaching style. I am not some kind of teacher with a bamboo stick hitting you if you don't do Ashtanga the right way. And while I do want to adhere to some tradition, I am not rigid. And I don't think any kind of yoga practice or anything in reality should be rigid. I think we should be flexible. And that's why today's class is not specifically Ashtanga, but it is a Hatha style class that will help you understand the first pose, the first two postures of the primary Ashtanga series, which is Padangusthasana and Padahastasana. And I'm going to be doing this series. So it's going to be, there's a lot of poses in the primary series. So it's going to take a good while. I want to get through all the poses. I'm going to break them down. They're going to be hatha style yoga classes, but the primary goal is for you to be able to achieve these poses so that we can demystify them, starting from the simplest pose to the most advanced pose at the end of the series. And so that you can really see that there is nothing to fear about Ashtanga, that it is not a practice that is just for advanced people. It is a practice that is for all levels. And I hope that you can fall in love with it, just how I have. So let's start in a seated pose. I know I've been talking your ear out. Let's roll the shoulders up and away from the ears. I want you to connect to the sensations in your body. Connect with the sensations of the air on your skin. Sensations of your sitting bones on the mat. And bring the senses into the present moment. Not just what you can feel, but what you can smell, what you can taste, what you can hear. Visualize that from the base of your spine, from your coccyx, roots start sprouting and burrowing deep into the ground, deeper and deeper until they reach the middle of the earth. And right there they find a thick branch where to attach itself, grounding you. And let's do our very best to maintain this centeredness and this grounding throughout the whole class. Remain connected to your whole body, connected to your senses. Let's bring our hands in Anjali Mudra at the center of your chest. Take a deep breath in. And exhale fully. Empty your lungs. And let's inhale for Om. Om. Bring the mudra to your forehead. Namaste. Wonderful beings, awesome people. Now let's get ready to begin. So, you can be seated in regular Sukhasana. You don't have to be in full lotus. This is a beginner's yoga class. So we're going to just do some shoulder shrugs. Seated in Sukhasana, an easy pose. Bring the shoulders up and down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Very good. And let's come into neutral position and bring your left hand across towards your right knee and reach your right hand behind you on the mat. Look over your right shoulder. Inhale, grow taller. Exhale deeper into the torsion. If it feels good for you, you can reach behind and grab the thigh or grab a foot if you're in half lotus or full lotus. And slowly come back to center. Let's do the other side now. So now right hand plants over the left knee, left hand behind your back, or try and get that bind if that feels good for you. If you're in easy pose, you can just grab your thigh, how I'm doing right here. Inhale, grow taller. Exhale deeper into the torsion. Good job. Now, inhale, come back to center. I'm going to actually just sit in Sukhasana. We're going to inhale our arms, our hands up to the sky. Inhale. And exhale. Bring the hands forward. Walk with your fingertips. into a seated forward fold. And with your fingertips, just walk towards the right side. And set your right elbow down on the mat or your right hand. Take any variation you need. And let's bring that left arm over your head in a diagonal. Gaze up at those fingertips. Now make sure that your bum does not lift up. If it does, just bring that arm up a little bit higher, pushing a little bit further from the mat. If you can take a deeper, then do so. And inhale back to center. Exhale. Walk your hands forward again. And walk with your hands towards the left knee. And plant the palm of your hand or your elbow on the mat. And bring that right arm over your head. Gaze up at the fingertips. Don't let your bum come off the mat. You want to feel that stretch along the whole right side of your body. This is my scoliosis side, so this actually feels really good on this side. And inhale back to center and sprinkle the hands down. Good. Now let's extend the feet in front. And we're going to point and flex our toes. Flex, point, flex, point, flex, point. There you go. There's a lot of dogs in my floor. Few more times. Good. Now, stop the movement and let's come onto all fours on your mat. For cat-cow, inhale. Exhale, tuck the chin in, tuck the pelvic bone in. Inhale, look up. Exhale, tuck it in. Inhale, look up, send the bum up towards the sky. Exhale, tuck it in. Inhale, look up, send the bum up towards the sky. Exhale, tuck it in. The last one here. Inhale, up, look up. Send the buttocks up towards the sky. Exhale, tuck it in. And come into a neutral position with your spine. Keeping those toes tucked under, let's come into the first downward dog. Padangusthasana. Pedal out the feet here, one at a time. Breathe this downward dog. Tuck the chin in towards your chest. This is an Ashtanga down dog. Very different from a vinyasa. This is what a vinyasa down dog looks like. And an Ashtanga down dog. You activate all three bandhas. You tuck the pelvic bone in, you tuck the chin in. Mula Bandha active, belly bandha, Uddiyana bandha, and neck bandha, Jalandhara bandha active. So it's almost like you want to try to gaze at your belly button, even if you can't quite see it yet. Slight internal rotation of the quadriceps without letting the arches of your foot collapse. So lift the toes of your feet up and focus on the internal rotation of the quads. And you feel that activation, how it feels different. I think my cat just found a fly or something. All right, bring the toes down. Now, it is okay, if this is your first time practicing, to be with your knees bent. So that is perfectly fine, and it is perfectly fine if your heels do not touch the ground. That is completely normal. I actually much rather prefer that you bend your knees than for you to be in an awkward kind of position here. This is much better. And wherever you are, you're just gonna look up to the front, inhale, and slowly walk the feet towards the top. Good, and you're gonna grab opposite elbows and gently sway side to side. Bend knees if you need it. And in time, that flexibility will come with daily practice. And stop the movement now. Release the elbows and slowly come up vertebra by vertebra. The last thing to come up is your head. Well, that was nice. Well, let's begin with Sun A. Good. Inhale. Exhale, Uttanasana. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, step or jump back. Chaturanga. Now it's important not to collapse in your chaturangas. You can do knees, chest, chin, cobra. Exhale, down dog. So take any variation you need for the next sun salutations. Two, three, four, five. Inhale, look forward. Step or jump. Exhale, Uttanasana. Inhale, hands up. And Samastitihi. Yekam, inhale. Do it, exhale. Forward fold. Bend the knees if you need to. Look at the tip of your nose. Inhale, gaze at the middle of your forehead. Bend knees if needed. Exhale, step back into plank pose. Chaturanga Dandasana, gaze at the tip of the nose. Inhale, Urdhva Mukha. Exhale, Shat Adho Mukha Svanasana. Gazing at the belly. Tuck the chin in. 1, 2, activate Ujjayi breath. 3, activate all bandhas. Inhale, look forward. Now step or jump to the top of your mat, Sapta. Exhale, Uttanasana. Gaze at the tip of your nose, bring the head down. Inhale, hands up. And exhale, Samastitihi. Round 2, inhale, Yekam. Exhale, Due Uttanasana. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana Trini. Chaturanga, step or jump back. Chaturanga. Inhale, Pancha Urdhva Mukha. Exhale, Shat Adho Mukha. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sapta, inhale, look forward, step or jump. Ashto, exhale, head down, gaze at the tip of the nose. Bend knees if required. Ashto, inhale, hands up. And Samastitihi. Okay, for this round, I'm going to remind you where the drishti goes, where the gaze goes. So inhale, look at your thumbs. Exhale, Uttanasana, tip of the nose. Inhale, middle forehead, third eye. Exhale, step or jump back. Chaturanga, tip of the nose. Inhale, middle forehead, third eye. Exhale, downward facing dog. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sapta, inhale, look forward, step or jump. Ashto, exhale, head down. Nava, inhale, hands up. And Samastitihi. Good, let's go for San B. Just bend the knees, Utkatasana, Yekam. Do it, exhale, Uttanasana. Trini, inhale, gaze at your third eye. Chaturanga, step back or jump. Knees, chest, chin, or Chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. And exhale, down dog. Sapta, right foot between your two hands. Warrior 1. Inhale, hips face forward, not towards the side. Make sure that your knee is directly above your ankle. And exhale, bring the hands down to the mat. Foot back. Chaturanga or knees, chest, chin. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, down dog. Left foot between your two hands. Virabhadrasana 1. Inhale, hips are square. Exhale, hands down to the mat. Send that foot back. Chaturanga or knees, chest, chin. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. And breathe here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, look forward, step or jump. Exhale, head down. Inhale, bend the knees, hands up to the sky. Exhale, Samastitihi. Good, let's do 2 more. Ekam Utkatasana. Due Uttanasana. Trini Ardha Uttanasana. Chatuari. Send those feet back, Chaturanga or knees, chest, chin. Inhale, up dog, Pancha. Exhale, Shat, Adho Mukha. Sapta, Virabhadrasana 1. Inhale. Exhale, bring the hands down. Ashto, Chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, hands up, Ekadasha. Dwadasha. Hands down to the mat. Chaturanga. Inhale, up dog, Trayodasha. Chaturdasha, down dog. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Panchadasha, inhale forward and step or jump. Shodasha, exhale, head down. Saptadasha, bend the knees, Utkatasana. Inhale. And Samastitihi. Good job. Good, let's inhale, hands up. And exhale, sprinkle the hands down into a Uttanasana, a forward fold. Remembering to bend the knees here if you need to. And feel this forward fold. Try that the folding comes from the hips and not your lumbar spine. So make sure that you try to make contact with your belly to your quadriceps, your chest towards your knees. That's why it's perfectly okay to bend the knees. You are still getting that stretch. Particularly important for you to be bending the knees if you have any sort of spine issues, any hernias, any lumbar problems, bulging discs. And feel your ribcage pressing up against your quadriceps. Good, now look forward, bend the knees even further, and come into chair pose. Let's hold this chair. Tuck the pelvic bone in so you're not sticking out like a duck, you're tucking it in. Good, now we're gonna come into our tippy toes. And we're going to interlace the fingers of the hands and stretch them and come into Super Utkatasana, super chair. So it's almost like you want your belly to touch your quadriceps, but you're not collapsing on them, because that would be kind of cheating, wouldn't it? I think so. Now, release the interlacing of the fingers, and bring the hands into Namaste Mudra. Bring the heels down to the mat. And let's come into a torsion. So bring the left elbow or the left tricep to touch the outside of your right knee. Gaze up. And slowly look down. And from here, I want you to shift the weight onto your right foot and send that left foot back. Coming into a twisted high lunge. You can have the heel off the mat, or if you're a little bit more advanced, you can plant the heel on the mat. That actually feels more stable if you're able to do that. Very good. And release the hands and come up. Warrior one. Inhale. Hips are facing forward. Knee is above the ankle. Now shift a little bit the back foot so that it is at a 90-degree angle. Now you're in sort of a warrior two stance. We're gonna come into Padahastasana. Bring the right elbow to the right quad. And the other hand goes in a diagonal above your head. Gaze at the fingertips. Inhale, come on up. And now we're going to shift the other foot so that both feet come to the 90-degree angle. Both feet are facing forward, toes are facing forward. Now I'm gonna turn around so that I can face you. We're gonna come into Padahastasana. Make sure your spine is straight. Inhale. And exhale, fold forward from the hips, not the back. Come with a straight back down. Bring the hands in front on the mat. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, bring the crown of the head down to the mat. Walk the hands in line with your feet, maybe even farther apart if it allows. Now for some of you, this is going to look very different. Some of you may need to bend the knees. Some of you may need to come into a wider stance with the feet. Now, bringing the head to the mat, while someday it is the goal, for now, it is perfectly okay to not be touching the mat if you can't touch it yet. And if you do have some blocks with you, you can place a block in whatever height you need it to be right in front of you so that your head can rest there. The purpose of this pose, it's a big stretch to your back and to the whole kind of posterior chain, your hamstrings and your back. I'm gonna actually remove this so that I can get a little bit of a deeper stretch. Good job. Inhale, hands in front of you, look forward. And exhale here. Inhale, come up with the breath. And exhale, Samastitihi, the top of your mat. Let's go on the other side now. So bend the knees, come into chair pose. Interlace the fingers and point the palms of your hands up. Lift the heels from the mat and come into Super Utkatasana, super chair. Now the block is in the way, but remember, heels are off the mat. Trying to bring your rib cage down to your quads. And bring the heels down back to the mat. Hands in Namaste Mudra. We're going to switch sides now. So torsion towards the other side, your right elbow or tricep aiming for that left knee. Gaze up. Good, now shift the weight onto your left foot and send that right foot back into a twisted high lunge, or plant the heel down if that feels good for you. Inhale, come up into warrior one. Make sure your alignment is in order. And warrior stance now with the feet. Back foot is at a 90-degree angle. Padangusthasana, hand over your head. Gaze at the fingertips. And inhale. Both feet are facing forward now. And let's do this time Prasarita Padottanasana B. So hands stay at the hips. The thumbs sort of kind of want to touch behind your back, but they don't quite touch. Your elbows are pointing back, not towards the side. Inhale, back straight. Exhale, fold with a straight back. Bring the block in front of you if you need to. Bend the knees if you need to. Or bring in a wider stance if you need to. Inhale, come on up with a breath. And Samastitihi, top of your mat. Let's do a vinyasa here. Inhale, hands up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lengthen. Exhale, step or jump back. Knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga. Inhale, up dog or cobra. And exhale, down dog. Now you're going to step or jump to seated. And extend the feet in front of you. Dandasana. So we're going to plant the hands towards the side. Plant the hands next to your sit bones, like you want to press the mat away from you. Tuck the chin in. Uddiyana Bandha active, Mula Bandha active. Feet are flexed. And now point the toes, bring the hands further back. Uttanasana. And the mistake people make on this pose is that they try to leave the work to the hands to press up, but really we are also using our feet to press down, and our hips are coming off the mat and So we're really using your whole body here, focusing on an internal rotation of the quadriceps, trying to reach contact with the soles of the feet to the mat. And if this is too much and you're just starting off, I want you to bring the feet in, bend the knees, and bring the hips up. Now this is like a baby Padahastasana. Whichever version you take, make sure to push with the hips and the feet, not just the hands. And exhale, come down to the mat. Let's extend the left foot in front. And you have your right knee bent towards you. We're going to open that up to the side and plant the sole of the right foot into the inner thigh of the left. So I'm going to turn to face you so you can see better. Padangusthasana A. Now, in Padangusthasana A, the posture is never passive, as with pretty much all asanas. So it's like you want to kick the ground with this foot that is kind of pressed against the inner thigh. So it's like you want to kick it, and then you fold forward with the spine straight. So it doesn't matter if you come up to here. What matters is that your spine is straight. It is much better for you to be here than to be here, right? You want to come down with your back as straight as possible. And for some of my more advanced yogis, maybe you can grab your wrist with your right hand. And remember, trying to kick the mat with that right foot and visualize that the hip of the left side kind of wants to go back while the hip of the right kind of wants to go forward. So you're kind of squaring off the hips here so that the back is straight. Gaze at your big toe. Inhale and exhale, release. Well, let's do the other side now. So now the left foot is planted in the inner thigh of the right leg. And remember, right here, you start coming down, folding from the hips. When you feel that back starting to round, you're gonna stay right there. Keep it nice and straight. Trying to kick the ground, kick the mat with that left foot. And for my advanced yogis that can actually come down lower, and try to do that bind. The right hip kind of wants to go back, and the left hip kind of wants to go forward. Square the hips. Inhale, look up, extend the elbows, and exhale, release if you had a bind. Now let's come into Padangusthasana. So we're going to bring the soles of the feet together. They will be like this. We're going to kind of open them up like your soles of the feet are a book. See how far you can open them up. Now remember, there should be no pain. Flexibility will come with time. Inhale, extend the spine, and exhale, come forward with your back straight. The minute your back starts to round, you take it back a notch. Good job. Inhale. And exhale, release the feet. Let's come into Navasana, boat pose. If this is your first time, you can come right here. You can even hold the back of your knees into this modified boat, modified Navasana. Now, if you have practiced with me before, extend the knees and extend the arms. Feel the activation on your quadriceps. Feel that activation on your abdominal muscles. All bandhas active here. Pelvic floor is active. Abdominals are active. And exhale. Come on down. Lift the butt off the mat and come back down. Now crossing the feet and send the feet back into plank pose, chaturanga or knees, chest, chin. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Good. Now we're going to attempt the main two poses for today. Now this time we're going to walk our hands towards our feet. Bend the knees if you have to. And I want you to grab with your peace fingers and your thumb your big toes. Feet are hip width. Feet are hip width length apart. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, bring the head down. The elbows point back. And give yourself a bend to the knees if that feels better for you. I want your quadriceps to have physical contact with your rib cage. This is how we know that your back is as straight as possible. You're folding from the hips and not the back. So if we're rounding the back, then there's no contact there. You see that? So we bend the knees, bring contact with them. And in time, as you progress in your practice, you will eventually slowly be able to straighten the knees and still maintain contact of the rib cage towards your quads. Keep your pelvic floor active. Keep your Uddiyana active. Inhale, look forward, extend the elbows. And exhale, we're gonna try to bring now our whole hand, Padahastasana, underneath our feet. You might need a more generous bend of the knees here. And that is okay. Keep that contact with your ribcage to your quads. And now the elbows go out, flare out to the sides, head down. And with each exhale, try to see if you can straighten out the knees a little bit without losing contact with the chest to the quads, with the rib cage to the quads. And if you do lose contact, then fold the knees a little bit more. Make sure that your shoulders are away from the ears. So not letting our shoulders collapse down. Everything is active, so shoulders away. That is like a universal yoga cue that applies to pretty much every asana. Shoulders away from the ears. Inhale, look forward, extend the elbows. Exhale, bring the hands out from underneath your feet. And inhale, Tadasana, mountain pose. Inhale, hands up. Exhale, forward fold. Walk the hands to the front. And Chaturanga Dandasana, or knees, chest, chin. Pick your vinyasa. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, down dog. Good. Now jump or step into seated. We're gonna extend our feet in front. And since Paschimottanasana and a forward fold, standing forward fold, are so similar in the ways that the muscles engage and stretch, we're going to do Paschimottanasana also as a main pose for this sequence. So then it's a triple whammy. We got Padahastasana, Padangusthasana, and Paschimottanasana. So same principle, guys. Bend the knees if I have back problems, or bend the knees when my back starts to round. Protect your back. Grab the outside edges of your feet or your toes. And look forward and bring contact. Make sure there's contact with the rib cage and the quads. And with daily practice, every time you exhale, try to stretch the knees a little bit further, keeping that contact. I feel like I've been saying that a lot, but it's important to keep contact. Do not lose that rib cage towards the quads. Now I'm just stretching out fully here, just for you to be able to see what it should look like. But by all means, keep those knees bent. And slowly let go. Inhale. Come back to seated. Now, a little bit of mobility here. So we're gonna bring the feet in, feet hip width apart, and we're gonna try to stand up, or at least halfway, because we're going into Malasana, yogi squat. So the trick here is to So we're not gonna stand fully, just kind of halfway. You bring the feet as close towards your bum as you can, and you kind of give yourself a little boost by bringing the back a little bit further back and lift the bum off the ground. Bring the hands in Namaste Mudra at the center of your chest. Bring the feet a little bit wider apart and try to push with your elbows out. Malasana. And after so many forward folds, it's important to give ourselves counterpose, come into Balasana, child's pose. Bring the knees a little bit wider apart, kind of almost as wide as your mat if you have a regular size mat, and come down, giving more space for your chest to fall forward. Inhale, look forward. And exhale, come back with your hands. And we're going to be seated with our knees on the mat. Now, seated in this posture, bring the hands down, fingertips on the mat, and bring the knees slightly in. They do not have to touch. You're in this thunderbolt pose, so your sit bones are on your heels. And we're gonna do a thunderbolt twist. So bring the right hand behind you, bring the left hand over the right knee. Inhale, grow taller. Exhale, twist deeper. And come back to center. Let's do the other side now. So right hand goes over towards the left knee, left hand, fingertips behind on your mat. Gaze over the left shoulder. Inhale, grow taller. Exhale, twist deeper. And come back to center. Let's do Ustrasana. We've been folding forward, so a lot of flexion of the hips, a lot of flexion forward. Now we're going to extension. So about 2 fists between your 2 knees, or for some people that have back pain, like me, you might need to go a little bit wider with your knees, and that's okay. As you progress, you'll be able to bring the knees closer in together. So we're gonna do Ustrasana, 2 variations here. It's your first time practicing. If it is your first time practicing, you're gonna bring the hands on the lumbar spine. Make sure that the whole front part of your body is active. Your quads are hard and active. Your bandha on your belly, your Uddiyana bandha is active. Stick your booty out slightly. And inhale. And exhale. Now for my beginners, we're gonna stay right here. If you want to go further, and bring the hands down to the heels. The opening here is from the upper part of your spine, from the chest, not from the low back. And whatever variation you had, inhale, come on up. And exhale. Child's pose. And slowly walk your hands back towards you. Still seated in that thunderbolt pose. But now we're going to switch it up. So bring the feet over to one side, sit down, and lower down with control, vertebra by vertebra. Oops, I'm gonna mess up my mic here. I'm like, what is behind my back? And lower down with control. Almost wrapping up our practice now. Supta Padangusthasana A, B, and C. Point the toes of your feet And raise the right leg up to the sky and grab. You can grab here, or you can grab a strap and place that over your feet. Or you can grab the toes if you're ready for that. Now this is my not so flexible side, my scoliosis side, so I have a little bit harder time with this. Try to bring the nose down, the nose up towards that knee. Your left hand is on top of the upper thigh of the left side. Inhale, bring the head down to the mat. And exhale, open up the leg towards the side. Your gaze is towards the left side. And it's okay if your foot does not come all the way down. Just support yourself where you need to. You can even bring down some blocks here to support you. And with time, that leg will come all the way down. And the left hand here on the opposite hip is to make sure that your hips are not kind of coming up. So you're pressing down. Inhale back to center. Exhale, come on up once. Inhale, release. And exhale, bring the foot down. Other side now. This is my much more nicer side. We all have like a good side and a bad side. Well, let's not call it bad, but let's say a less flexible, maybe more achy side. So we take it easier on that side. And on this side, I feel like I can give a little bit more, so I do. And if you can't, then please, ahimsa with your body, non-violence with your body. Inhale, head down. And exhale, taking that leg towards the other side now. And remember to use a strap here if you need to. Pressing down on the right hip. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, lift up once. Inhale, release the head back down. And exhale, release the foot. Now let's bend the knees and bring the feet towards your bum. And let's do some windshield wiper side to side. Releasing any tension left over on the hips. Good. And slowly bring the knees towards your chest and massage your lumbar back, moving side to side. And slowly let go of the knees. Let go of your Ujjayi breath. Let go of your bandhas. Let go of the weight of your body on the mat and just simply relax. Let the gravity of Mother Earth do its job in your final pose, corpse pose. Shavasana. Feel the weight of your body on the mat. And release any excess tension from your body into the ground. Let Mother Earth absorb all that tension. And let the benefits of the practice soak in. And if you're ready to come out with me, you can do so. If not, you can pause the video and give yourself a longer Shavasana. Otherwise, slowly and gently move the fingers of your hands and the toes. Rotate your wrists and your ankles in one direction and the other. Interlace your fingers and stretch in opposite directions, like when you wake up in the morning. And slowly hug the knees into your chest. Sway side to side. And let yourself fall into a fetal position on your right side. And slowly, with your eyes still closed, come back to seated. Keeping that internal awareness. Bring the hands in Anjali Mudra at the center of your chest. Inhale deeply. Exhale fully. Inhale to close the class with the mantra Om. Bring the mudra to your third eye. And give yourself a bow in honor of your practice. Thank yourself for taking the time for you. Inhale, come back up. Open up your eyes. Thank you, wonderful beings. I hope you have enjoyed today's class. For the next class, we will be doing the next pose in the series. So we will be doing a sort of hatha style. It's not vinyasa because we're holding the poses. So it'll be a hatha style flow focusing on trikonasana, which is the third asana of the primary series. I hope you're enjoying this style of videos. If you are, please let me know. And if you're not, also, yeah, let me know. Thank you. Have a wonderful day.